Friends, what is happening? Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Super excited to get this figure, to get this wave. This is Star Wars Rogue One, Star Wars The Vintage Collection, Rogue One, Darth Vader. Now, there's been a million Darth Vader figures in the 3.75 scale line over the years, but probably, they did a unique thing with Darth Vader, especially in Rogue One. Number one, when Rogue One came out, it was one of the best movies of the new Star Wars media to come out. It probably was the best, in my opinion. And what made it the best was that ending scene where we finally get to see Darth Vader just let loose, and he just uses the Force, just kicks everybody's ass, uses his lightsaber in an awesome way, just slamming people against the wall, slamming them against the ceiling, cutting through doors. It was like a horror film, and this ominous presence like coming to get you. It was like Jurassic Park the first time you saw the Tyrannosaurus and it was chasing everybody down. That's how just awesome and powerful Vader was, and they just executed it so well. So that's number one. Rogue One was awesome. The Vader scene just made the film. Both of them, like all the scenes that Vader was in it, when he was in the bacta tank and you like see the water drain and you see his like mangled body. Then the part with Director Krennic when he chokes him, and you get to hear James Earl Jones, even though he sounds a lot older now. Like, it was so awesome to hear him deliver those lines. And then that ending scene, like that made Rogue One. I don't think Rogue One would have been is highly recognized if it wasn't for the Vader scenes. So the other thing too is the new actor that they cast. He was the big guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, but that guy was huge and jacked. And I remember seeing Vader on screen, and that dude just looked so big. I forget the actor's name who was in the suit, but he looked massive compared to Hayden Christensen. The last time we saw a new Vader actor was in Revenge of the Sith, and it was Hayden Christensen. And though he did a fine job, he's a really skinny guy. So you can see that in the suit, where David Prowse, the original body of Darth Vader, was a jacked bodybuilder, and then the new guy we got was even bigger. Almost reminded me of the Mountain from Game of Thrones, so that was super exciting. So on to the action figure itself. When I saw that they were going to do this action figure and they were going to do a new sculpt, like, I had to get it. So I got mine on eBay, got it for $25. That's including shipping, so, around $20. That's why I have mine already. Finally, came out, finally got it, so super excited. Tomorrow I'll be doing probably a Moff Gideon review. Super excited to get that figure as well. So let's get going. I've just been waiting all day to crack this open, and happy Friday also. I hope you guys all saw the new episode of The Mandalorian. It was fantastic. And then in terms of yesterday, like all the things that they released that Star Wars is coming out with, like the Ahsoka series, Cassian Andor series, there's like a High Republic series, just so much cool stuff. So it's a very exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. So let's do this. Let's see how this figure stacks up. Love the picture on the card there. That's from that end scene when he's just beating the hell out of everybody. Love it. Got the old Kenner logo. Let's see what we got on the back. Yeah, so this is Darth Vader VC figure 178. And here's all the different figures in the line. I was excited about Captain Rex, but then when I just saw it was a repaint and it didn't come with a removable helmet, I'm not going to get that one. I have all the other ones except for Chi-Root. I'll probably get him. I'm not too keen on the armor. I may pick her up, but I'm not sure yet. So anyhow, here we go. So immediately I noticed that they had gone a different direction with this figure as well. So normally they have all soft goods on the Vader, and this time around they sculpted it. So I wanted to see how that was going to be, and I want to see if it hinders the articulation. So here's the lightsaber, and it looks good, and it's a thicker lightsaber. For example, on this is from, in comparison to lightsabers, this is from Vintage Collection, Return of the Jedi Vader. And, you know, for a while, they would always do these really skinny lightsabers, and they wouldn't fit in Darth Vader's hand very well, and I hated that. So they started, sometimes they would give a real thick hilt for the lightsaber. So this new Rogue One Vader has a thick lightsaber. So I'm very pleased with that. So let's get a good look at him. So we do have at least a soft goods cape, which I really appreciate. It's the same cape that they have on every figure. It's missing the little collar chain that he always has. So this is Return of the Jedi Vader figure. So they always put this little, because Vader always has a little metal chain that goes across for his cape. So let's get a look at the head sculpt, which was a really important factor in getting this figure. And it's a really good head sculpt. Let's see. Oh, so they put this one on a ball joint as well. And they did that with the Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader, which I really appreciate. And also, too, this is a nice little feature, but they sculpted out the chin piece of the mask. So where the chin goes down and it connects to the neck, like that's always a distinguishing feature of Darth Vader. It always sticks out, and it kind of looks a little clunky. You can see it in the picture here. You see how like the chin piece like sticks out and it kind of goes over the armor. Before they were sculpting that in, and it never really stuck out. It just didn't look proper to the design of Vader. So I appreciate that. I really like this head sculpt. It's got a nice shine to it. And the unique thing, and you guys can see that, is the red eyes. Like, check that out. I just love that, how the red eyes glowed. And they took that. That was actually a mistake from A New Hope, or the original Star Wars film, where he had the red eyes when the light would shine on him. And you could actually see through the red eyes and see his eyes, which I actually think is kind of cool. That you can see Darth Vader's eyes. You can see Anakin Skywalker's eyes. So I think they should have kept that motif going, even though they didn't in Empire and Return of the Jedi. The eyes are black, but here's the red eyes, which I love. So that looks fantastic. So they sculpted his uniform, or his robes. So they sculpted them on instead of doing soft goods. And how do I feel about that? Well, it hinders the articulation. So we have no... All right, so let's go through the articulation here before we go. Actually, I'm gonna pop the head off there, take the cape off. So now you can see, so the head is on the ball joint. And this is just like the Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader, which is my favorite Darth Vader figure, articulation-wise. But so it's on the ball joint, so you have a nice rotation there. You get the shiny helmet piece. Shoulders look the same as usual. The gloves are very detailed, and they look really nice. So here are those gloves compared to, this is classic Return of the Jedi gloves. So big difference there, new sculpt. So I really like that. It looks really good. We even get the choking hand posture, which is good. And let's see if he can actually... Vader's right-handed. So whenever they sculpt the hand to be in the choking position, he normally can't hold his lightsaber, but he can hold this lightsaber really well. and I'll show you what I mean. So here's the old skinny lightsaber, and if I try to put that in his hand, it's loose and it just pops out. I mean, granted, I pushed it there, but I like this thicker hilt, and it goes in there way better. So I really appreciate that, because Darth Vader has got to have his lightsaber. So we got new gloves. The bicep, tricep part of the arm, the elbow, the articulation is the same. We get the same standard 90 degrees. So I did watch, and here's the new color of the chest plate. So they had different colors on in Rogue One. So we have the red and the green, where if you look at Return of the Jedi, the chest piece looks different. We have blue and red. Red on the bottom, different buttons. So it's a nice little touch, and it's sculpted and it's bigger. So let's get a look at these robes. So that's nice how they cut them in pieces there. So these legs look new, and that's some nice articulation there in the legs. Oh, that's really good. I really like that. They didn't give him a thigh swivel. I wish they would have, like a thigh cut right there. But that's sculpted. That's a new sculpted legs from what I've seen. And, really good movement in the knees. So really good articulation there. We have ankle pivot up and down. There is no pivot to the side, so no rocker, ankle rocker. But that looks fantastic. Wow, look at that. He can do a full split. So I really like this new articulation in the legs. I don't know. I've never owned a New Hope Darth Vader in the vintage collection. So this could be similar, but I'm not sure. So in the comments, somebody tell me if it is or not. Because I never owned a New Hope. But you know what? I really do like this sculpted, his robes, how they're sculpted. I didn't think I would like that, because I thought it would hinder the articulation really bad, but he does, in fact. He has waist swivel, and you know what? I think this is on a ball joint. Because he has a little bit of crunch too. So this is really good. This is very exciting. This is a lot better than I thought it would be. And especially when I saw the sculpted plastic. And this is a soft plastic, so the robes are really nice. There he is from the back. That's his Vader butt. The only thing I wonder is if you can take these robes off if you wanted to. And I don't think you can unless you pull this apart. And I don't know if I can get it off. But this is really good. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm going to put his cape back on. So I'm actually pleased. I thought when I saw that it would be sculpted that it would hinder the articulation, and it really doesn't. It doesn't hinder it at all. So that's really nice. Let's put the lightsaber in the other hand. See what that's like. That's a real tight hand there. So it's really tight in the left hand. So normally they would sculpt it so that he would hold the lightsaber in his left hand and he would choke with his right hand. But Darth Vader always fights right-handed with his lightsaber. So that looks really good. Really, really good. Here he is compared once again to Return of the Jedi Darth Vader. And I'm going to say, size-wise, so mind you, this is the old sculpt. So they didn't have the sort of like butterfly joints. This is the traditional, the legs can only go up and down. He can't do a split. And there's his face, in case you guys want to see that. Return of the Jedi. This is this is the newest version. The other Return of the Jedi Darth Vader, I have the helmet assembles or disassembles in two pieces. This part comes out as well. But anyhow, so let's see if this guy is actually bigger. Oh, also there's articulation in the knees there, in case I forgot to say that. And let's get it straight. So there we go. So they are about the same height. This guy might be just maybe a centimeter bigger, but I think they're about the same height. So let's compare him also. So this was my favorite Darth Vader figure, and this is going to be Revenge of the Sith. I just thought like the sculpt of this was beautiful, and he had such a dynamic pose. And here is the other. I didn't like the articulation on this guy. There were things about it that I liked, but like his legs don't have as much articulation as this guy does. And his knees barely bend. But what I liked is they put ankle rocker on Revenge of the Sith version. So it looked really good. And then they also sculpted the robes here. At least on the top torso, but then you can take it apart like so, and it was a beautiful sculpt, and it's sculpted to look like Hayden Christensen, but it's just a little too small, a little too skinny. Like he doesn't look like the big jacked, scary Frankenstein bodybuilder. So to me, the thing that would make this Rogue One figure perfect is if they gave these boots, these feet, the ankle pivot that the Revenge of the Sith Darth Vader has. And I would say this guy would be perfect. And, just make this bottom piece the cloth like they always did. And that would be one hell of a Darth Vader figure. But I love it. I highly recommend this figure, guys. If you're a big Darth Vader fan, they are on eBay now. This is Star Wars The Vintage Collection Rogue One Darth Vader. And tomorrow I'll probably do a Moff Gideon video, which I'm super excited for. First time we get the Darksaber. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Everybody stay safe out there, and God bless you all. Peace.